Hello, I'm Mikey, and this is
Amy.
and this is Mike and
Amy.
Pop Culture Corner. Back with another video.
So for your entertainment today,
We're staying in the theme of Halloween season. Almost got you there thinking we're going to talk about Halloween, huh? But before we start our video, please make sure to like and
ring the bell.
sometimes before that, try again.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
I just want them to ring the bell.
Ring the bell. That's what she wants. But today we're going to talk about a fun movie franchise. One.
Hold on. You got me at the wrong time. Go ahead.
One.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, she didn't get it. But it is Nightmare on Elm Street. I was trying to get her to sing the song.
Oh, see? What happens?
I think she wants to do the song.
I think we gotta do it together.
Okay.
One, two,
Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, better
lock your door.
No, stay up late.
Wait.
She does not know this series very well.
Well, you gotta excuse me. I am having a little bit of an episode tonight.
Yeah, that's true. But
so you just do the whole song over again while I get this other stuff ready. That's why I keep that stuff to you.
9, 10. Never sleep again. You're all my children now.
See, this would have been helpful.
I'm gonna get her.
Here we go. Let's hear. Let's see. See, it's 1, 2. Freddy's coming for you. 3, or hold on. Yeah. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. My singing skills suck, so don't tell anybody. That's our secret.
We'll keep that between us.
But, alright. So the cast of part 1.
Yes. Tell us about the cast.
Hold on.
My lovely assistant.
You keep talking until I get this.
Wow.
Alright.
Ooh, we finally got the cast. Tell us about the cast.
Nancy, my girl, Heather,
Langenkamp.
yes. And you want to talk a little bit about the cast, and I'll do the facts.
Well, there's Johnny Depp.
Which he was not supposed to be the original Glenn. I found out Charlie Sheen was supposed to have that role, but I'm glad it ended up going to Johnny Depp, which made his career popping today. Thanks to Wes Craven, you said Nicolas Cage. Thanks to them, that's why we know Johnny Depp today. And then
it was Johnny's first movie.
And then You know, Robert Englund was not their first choice for Freddy Krueger.
What?
Yeah, seriously. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was an English actor.
An English actor.
But I heard he turned it down because it was too violent.
Really?
And then, like, you know where Wes Craven got his idea from?
Please tell us.
Um,
She's looking it up, people.
well, I have written stuff down already. You know, it was the idea was based on a series of newspaper articles. Was inspired to write the screenplay after reading a few newspaper articles about mysterious death dreams reported by several Asian young men, including one who later died in his sleep. The federal government even looked into the disturbing phenomenon back in 1981.
Wow.
And then, you know, we all know that was Johnny Depp's first acting debut. But, so, and they were talking about how Charlie, almost ruined that for him. But,
Oh, no.
he didn't end up getting it because he wanted too much money for it. But it was a guy named well, you know the guy named Charles, it's like he played the sleep doctor in the movie.
Yeah.
But he would go, so that's what they mean by like Roger Rabbit had a small part, because the guy that voiced Roger Rabbit was the sleep doctor in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wow.
But Wes Craven has stated before that he regrets teasing the sequel. I guess he was talking about when, what was it, Nancy asked for all her friends and stuff back and they got in that car, and I guess that was the tease maybe he was talking about.
Could be.
Then the series has earned more than $630 million. So that was just some of the facts on that one, but yeah, that was and I'll tell you another good actor I was in, John Saxon. He didn't seem like he plays a lot of cop roles, because you know that role was actually initially was not going to go to him first. So you know, Nightmare on Elm Street could have looked very different. And so I may miss some characters and not on purpose, but I guess because, you know, I definitely watch another franchise more. But, now, I can't remember this. Was it Max? Robert Russler was in part 2, the guy that played in Weird Science.
Yeah. Great guy. Had a fun time at Horror Hound meeting him.
Because wasn't it like a guy named Jesse that lived in Nancy's old house?
Yeah,
going through that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a good one too. I think some people either said that turned out better than what they thought it was going to be, or I think some people actually liked part 2 more than part 1. The other one, because like Nancy comes back in the third one, right? That was Dream Warriors. Back. Maybe was that Dream Warriors? That's when we get introduced to a Kristen.
Yeah,
Parker.
yeah.
Because I believe Nancy died in the third one, which sucked. I think her dad died too. Didn't he?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
I think he crossed over first, and then she which I did not like when they killed either one of them off. I was like, what's up with them killing off all their, you know? I remember, what was it, the coach in part 2?
Oh,
with
yeah.
That shower scene. A lot of people thought he was a jerk.
He was a jerk.
I remember, because Dream Warriors, that was 3, right? Like we said.
Dream Warriors. Yeah, that was number 3.
You know, we might use our little helper here.
While she's looking that up, I do love number 2 because it gave one of the most iconic lines Freddy Krueger has ever used. And it's one of mine that I like to copy. I already said it once in this video, but I'll do it again. Are you ready, Freddy? Ready. You're all my children now.
I thought you were going to
Iconic
talk about
line.
this one. Yeah, because this is part 3. Ain't that where he says, welcome to primetime?
Oh yeah. He said that line in part 3.
Yeah, the Dream Warriors.
Yes.
Which we
Great
are
movie.
introduced to another main character, which is Patricia Arquette. Oh, wow. The rain. It made that Freddy Krueger sound, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. You know who is in part 3 I thought was interesting?
Who?
Got any guesses, names?
Not offhand right now.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Hmm.
Because before he got on that movie, he was on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh, yeah, he's Max. That's the one Kristen kind of cut with the scalpel.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it. Because at first I'm like looking through these things, I'm like, I have no idea. But you know, Patricia Arquette did not reprise her role because I think Kristen went on to be in 4 and 5, or maybe just 4, and she did not reprise her. I mean, because Patricia Arquette did not reprise her role in the next one. They end up getting a new Kirsten.
Yeah. Too bad she didn't do it again because she did really good.
Let's see. And part 4 was the Dream Master. That's what it says.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, the Dream Master was part 4.
And I'm trying to figure out.
Because 5 was the Dream Child.
Keep going.
And then 6 was Freddy's Dead.
I think the main character in this one was Allison Johnson, who was played by Lisa Wilk.
Oh, she was good.
Yeah, because she had a boyfriend named Dan, didn't they have a baby and stuff?
Yes.
And I know he died from that terrible accident that Freddy caused.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I think I don't know. I know there was another girl that ended up playing Kristen. Then, let's see.
Because after Freddy's Dead, there was A New Nightmare. Very interesting. Not your normal Freddy movie.
Let's see.
And then there was Freddy vs. Jason. Great movie. I love that movie. And then there was that reboot. I didn't care for that one. Without Robert Englund, it's just not the same.
Interestingly enough, George P. Wilbur, who played Michael Myers at Halloween 4, ends up in part 5. Which is interesting too, because Ellie Cornell actually initially auditioned for the role of Kristen, which it didn't work out because it went to Patricia, and Ellie went over to the other movies. Like, hey, both worked out, both great actors. I was pleased with both of their work. So that's what I'm saying. You can get all kinds of interesting facts. But didn't you tell me earlier today that the guy that originally wanted to play Freddy ended up doing the remake, which was in 2010?
I think so.
And we met an actress from there. It's the girl that plays that Tina, which was Katie Cassidy, I believe.
Yeah.
That was her. Let's see. Then Freddy's Dead, which Lisa Zane.
Woo-hoo. She's a pretty lady. We met her the first time we went to Horror Hound.
Oh yeah, and another person playing it, Tom Arnold with Roseanne was in that with him.
Yeah,
Um,
he's a great guy.
we met him too.
At the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
We've even got to say hi to Robert Englund.
Yeah, we did. That was our first time going to Horror Hound.
So, I don't know, you want to talk about some of your favorite female characters and your male?
Well, first and foremost, my favorite female character in all the Nightmare series is Nancy, played by Heather Langenkamp. For a while, she took Jamie Lee Curtis's title of Scream Queen. What do you think of that, Ames?
But I don't want to look at it as like she did. I think they both held it in their own right. That, to me, I don't know. I don't feel like they could beat each other out. They're both just that damn good.
Yeah, because for a while there, Freddy was the king of Halloween.
I think there's three of them in their own right. Him, Michael, and Jason.
Oh, interesting little, it's a little known fact. But some years back, around early 2004, I think, I went out with my little cousin to go trick-or-treating, and he got frightened because he saw Freddy, Jason, and Michael all in one place. He did not know what to do. He just froze. So his dad, my cousin, had to pick him up and carry him away. But man, I wouldn't know what to do if I was that age either. What would you do, Ames?
What?
Seeing Michael, Freddy, and Jason all in the same spot.
What? Like for oh, like just it was for entertainment, like
They were just
photo op.
No, they were trick-or-treaters.
Oh, so they were just out getting candy and dressing up.
Yeah, would you be frightened?
No.
I mean, if you were like 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, I'm sure,
But my little cousin at the time, he was frightened. But I just felt so bad for him because I was hoping he would have had a good time. But we'll keep that between us. Any more information?
that's what I'm trying to get, hon.
The information queen.
Because this is for like facts on part 2. Like,
Ooh.
why didn't Wes Craven return? Wes Craven never intended to create a horror franchise with an endless string of sequels. His version of Nightmare on Elm Street was supposed to end with Nancy waking up, realizing everything, including Freddy, had been a dream. It was Shay who overruled him and added the ending and leaving it open for Freddy to return. This was the many of series disagreements which had resulted in Craven actually stepping aside to let Shay shoot the infamous staircase scene himself.
Wow.
And then, as a result, Craven was never serious candidate to direct the sequel. Looking back on it for Never Sleep Again, the Elm Street Legacy documentary, Elm Street's production manager Rachel Talalay said, I don't think that there was a real conversation about Wes doing Nightmare 2 because he and Bob had such a stressed relationship. Of course, stressed relationship could have been ignored out of it. It was money, right? And that was the main scrambling block since Wes might. As I seen your phone starting to go down. Ownership over it anymore. If he was going to come back, it was going to be on a better deal, which offered some profit participation. New Line wasn't going to do that. Instead, the studio replaced Craven by promoting him from hiring David Chaskin from their 16mm distribution department to write the script and Jack Holder from their film trailer department to direct Shoulder. At least previously directed Alone in the Dark 1982 for for the well, because I'm trying to make sure you hold that up right and read. That's kind of for New Line. Chaskin thought it would be cool if Freddy had some kind of human avatar in the real world, and Shoulder would just wanted to get away from all the dream nonsense. While Wes Craven was not invited back, he was reportedly allowed to read the script and offer his notes. Notes which ignored since they carried out the unmistakable subtext, "Please do not produce this screenplay." Heather Langenkamp was not asked back, which we've noticed that, which I think she should have definitely been asked back.
Mm-hmm.
They started filming with Freddy played by an extra, not Robert Englund.
What?
Yeah, penny pinching, I guess, was saying may or may not have had something to do with it. With Langenkamp not returning, but it was absolutely did lead to Robert Englund being recast.
Wow.
Robert Englund, his agent, realized how crucial he was to Freddy, and unmistakably assumed New Line did as well. So when Englund asked for way more money to return the two, New Line was having none of it. Which we know he did come back. I think he pretty much did all of them except for what?
The remake.
And then Brad Pitt, Christian Slater, and John Stamos all auditioned to play Jesse. Wouldn't that have been kind of cool to see John Stamos? But I do like this guy's character, Jesse.
Yeah. Well, even though he didn't get to be that Jesse, he did get to be Uncle Jesse on Full House.
But imagine we could have had Brad Pitt. That'd be okay. But if I had to pick any of those three other than the actor, I would have gone with John Stamos. But Christian Slater would have been kind of a cool choice too. But imagine this is what the Jesse could have looked like, Christian Slater.
Oh no, that would not work.
Or this, Brad Pitt.
Oh no, that won't work.
Or John Stamos. Now, I would have been okay with it. I definitely would have been okay with this.
Maybe, but I like what they went with. That was a better choice in my opinion.
And Kim Myers, who made her date, they said, no, that's not Meryl Streep as the girlfriend. Even though she kind of does look like her.
She was hot.
See, look, they did the resemblance, which they kind of look like they could be related.
Yeah, they do kind of look alike.
And what is this word?
The homoeroticism
was only supposed to be subtext.
That's a huge word.
I don't know, so we'll go.
Yeah, we'll skip that. We don't need to talk about that.
New Line's President Bob Shea played the bartender at the gay bar. So I guess the guy that produced it ended up playing that part.
Yeah, you got a little piece in the movie.
The production was micromanaged, rushed, and strenuous. So it was a rushed film.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
And you've got the body, I've got the brain line was Bob Shea's idea. I remember when Freddie did that.
Oh yeah.
I guess it was like, you got the body. And then they had the honor of actually naming the town where Elm Street is on. Welcome to Springwood. We all remember that sign, right?
Yeah.
The dance scene was meant as homage to Risky Business. Remember when Jesse was dancing in his room?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Freddy's eye was played by the effects of the designer's girlfriend. So I guess Freddy's eyes were played by...
Ooh.
Freddy appears only in 13 minutes of the film. I think that's like Robert Englund's shortest film time ever.
I think so.
And then they'll take you to Dream Warriors.
Yeah, but I'm surprised you ain't mentioned this person yet.
Who?
Wasn't in the movie necessarily, but he was a big part of the film.
What?
Tony Cersei.
Yeah. I think he was the stunt man, right?
Yeah, he created the stunts.
And his daughters were the jump rope girls, which we met all three of them 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, they're pretty good about becoming a whorehound. And we enjoy seeing them, so
And then
if y'all watching this, hello! Say hi to the jump rope girls.
Hi. Why did Wes Craven come back?
Yeah, why?
Because New Line asked if Craven if he was interested in coming out. Unfortunately, they caught him right as he's in the middle of production on Deadly Friend. So I think, but he did take them up on their offer to write the script. So he wrote the script at least. Wes Craven's original pitch was mostly what he ended up doing years later. So he had a new Nightmare pitch. Maybe it was supposed to be for this one, and they decided to use it later.
Yeah, I could see that.
Approximately 70% of Wes Craven's original Dream Warriors screenplay was rewritten because it was way too dark. But ain't that like a cool picture of Wes?
Yes. Nice glove, buddy.
Nancy was not a dream expert or mental health professional of any kind. But you remember this, her and Kirsten, whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Both are very beautiful women.
Nightmare on Elm Street Films.com. So the psychiatric hospital setting was inspired by a real-life institution which claimed to be able to fix troubled teens. Remember that on there?
Ooh, looks ominous.
Ken, hold on. Ow. So it was cast as Ken either because he cussed out the director. He cussed out the director.
Yep, he sure did.
And that pig on the table, the pig was real, and boy did it stink, they said. Welcome to prime time. Remember that famous thing line?
Oh, yes.
And then, welcome to prime time.
Welcome to prime time. I ain't gonna say the word.
Because she deserved to die. What's this? Can anybody read that? What the heck is that?
Wow.
The sex dream sequence was originally supposed to feature Freddy with breasts.
Oh.
The Freddy snake originally looked like a giant, you know what?
Yeah, it sure did. Kind of creepy.
Patricia Arquette needed 52 takes to get through her first scene.
That's a lot of takes.
Why did Nancy have to die? Even I want to know that.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Nancy's death was in Wes Craven's original Dream Warriors screenplay, so even though much of the finished film had nothing to do with, you can't blame Nancy's death on anyone he created. In the first Elm Street, he's the one who killed her in Elm Street 3. Why, Wes? Why? Convention mostly. If you survive the original and appeared in the sequel horror franchise, you typically don't make it to the end of the sequel alive, partially because such a character continually surviving potentially distracted from weaken the true star, the killer, plus killing off Nancy Ray's dramatic stakes, because if she could die, then all bets were off, as every single Dream Warrior survivor would find out the opening kills of 4. It was banned in Queensland, Australia until 1999. So, it was banned in Australia.
Wow.
Warriors was rated M15 plus in other states of Australia. It was banned in Queensland due to its drug content. So, Queensland Film Board review was Abolished in 1999, you could still see before 1999, just not legally.
What a laugh. Ha 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 ha.
And then...
No movies for you, Australia. Ha 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 ha.
Mikey. Yeah, Australia should be allowed to see things too.
Yes, I agree. They should have been able to see, but Freddie here,
At least now
has
they
a
can
different
see it.
idea.
So go Australia.
Yes, seeing your dreams, Australia. Ha 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 ha. Freddie, that's not nice.
Wes Craven
I'm not
proposed.
nice.
Part 4. Wes Craven proposed introducing the concept of time travel. The original script was written in 7 days.
That's fast.
Yeah. Wes Craven turned down New Line's offer to direct and redirect their script. Hold the phone up.
Yeah.
Because the writer's strike, they had to improvise a fair bit of script. That's why, because there was a writer's strike, remember?
Oh, yeah. That affected a lot of movies. Not just our horror movies.
Harlan got the job by refusing to take no for an answer. It's not 100% clear why Patricia Arquette didn't return to accept it. Didn't return to accept it of what the kind it is. Patricia Arquette's replacement, Tuesday Night, interesting name, actually sang the theme song, so she sings in it, that person.
Wow, very interesting. I wonder how good she is.
She sings Intro Nightmare. Intro. Bob Shea wouldn't talk to Rennie Harlan while they were filming. Rennie Harlan wanted Troy Newkirk to redub her lines more. They snuck in some nudity.
Oh, I wonder how did they do that?
They realized how silly it was for Freddy to be brought back to life by dog pissing fire on his grave.
Yeah.
Mere days of Dream Masters opening, Rennie Harlan was courted by all the Hollywood's obvious new and up-and-coming director. And then you got the Dream Child.
Ha 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 ha.
Let's see, the themes of motherhood and abortion came from a new mother at New Line. A similar concept was originally pitched for Nightmare on Elm Street 3. The dreams of an unborn baby, what the F were they thinking?
Oh, Amy, you can't say that.
And that's what WTF stands for, see?
Wow.
And I actually didn't say, I said what the F.
I know Amy's such a potty mouth.
One early script involved the kids beginning production of whatever this. See that word?
Medea.
Wow.
Not our Medea.
John, Skip, and Craig Spector had to fight to credit their work on the script.
Wow.
Anytime someone does work on something, I think they deserve recognition.
Yeah, they should. Isn't that right, Freddie? I deserve recognition for everything I do. And if you don't think so, I'll get you in your dreams.
The poster was released before they started filming. Remember that poster?
Ooh, great poster. I love good artwork.
Greta was originally cut open, had contents of her stomach. Fed vector. Ugh, I'm glad they did that. It's just too much. The comic book kid originally had read his had his head cut off. Wow. This stuff was brutal. Let me see.
You think that's brutal? I am brutal.
There was originally a rap song.
Hmm?
Yeah. Freddy was played by a screenwriter for the teaser trailer. They lost 200, maybe.
Tarantulas. Wow. I don't care for tarantulas. You, Ames?
No. And we're on to Freddy's Dead.
Good movie. Gets a nice little backstory to Freddy.
Oh, yeah. Look at him. He's on the broom. It's like, I'll get you.
Oh, it's a little tribute to, I think her name was Margaret Hamilton. She played the Wicked Witch of the West in the movie Wizard of Oz.
We all know this poster.
Yeah, that was supposed to have been the last Freddy movie. It was supposed to have been.
Peter Jackson wrote an early screenplay featured an old, just decrepit Freddy.
Ah. Ay, ay, ay.
The director was a woman.
Whoa!
The original script focused on Alice's son from the Dream Child, featured the return of the Dream Warriors as Dream Police.
Wow, going from being a warrior to a policeman.
They reused most of the crew from John Walter's Crybaby, including Tracy Lord's husband. Johnny Depp didn't do the cameo because it was the final Elm Street film. He did it. Hold on. So he said he didn't do the cameo because it was the final film, but he did it as a favor to Rachel. Talayla something.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who played Carlos, the hearing impaired, was originally supposed to be played by John Doe.
Wow.
They did not have Nintendo's permission to mock the Power Glove.
Oh.
Freddy's Dead helped Leslie Dean realize he had repressed memories of molestation.
Sorry to hear that.
That's awful. Robert Englund accidentally punched Leslie Dean in the face during their fight scene. To promote Freddy's Dead, New Line held a public funeral for Freddy. What? The city of Los Angeles declared September 12th, 1991, the day before the release of Freddy's Dead, to be Freddy Krueger Day.
Yep.
And you know, a lot of people were outraged by that.
Oh, especially all you Friday the 13th fans out there. You know who you are. Y'all just jealous of Freddy. That's all.
The producer actually had to step in and direct some of the final scenes. And then you go into New Nightmare.
The strangest one of all.
Let's see.
And it's a lot more scarier than the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
It started when New Line reached out to Wes Craven to settle any lingering hostilities. 2. The New Nightmare concept was originally pitched for Nightmare on Elm Street 3. The idea was inspired by Craven's inability to follow plots on the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels as it launched a meeting with Heather Langenkamp. There is considerable crossover between Heather Langenkamp and the person Langenkamp, fictional Nightmare on Elm Street character. There was nothing stopping him from making Freddy vs. Jason instead of New Nightmare.
Right.
Remember that hand at the end of, I think, Jason Goes to Hell?
Oh, yeah.
And then this came out not too long after. Let's see. The nanny was originally meant to be possessed by Freddy.
Yeah, but I'm glad they didn't do that.
The original script actually explained what became Robert Englund's film's second half. Life imitated art when Los Angeles was struck by an earthquake a month after New Nightmare was filmed its fictional earthquake sequence. Ow! Dang.
Freddy grabbed a hold of you.
Yeah.
Careful. Bad
Watch
Freddy.
it, Fred boy. You don't grab me.
I do what I want. I'm coming for you.
Elm Street's Tuesday Night because I had speechless cameos of funeral scene. Johnny Depp would have happily done a cameo if they simply had a courage to ask. The original script. Sorry, I'm still laughing about that. You scared me and hurt me by accident.
I knew I'd get you.
Feature Wes Craven living in a van driven by Michael Berryman. Oh look, showing, I guess Wes Craven directed that too. The Hills Have Eyes.
Yes, he did.
The TV show appearance was inspired by a real encounter.
Whoa!
Mike Hughes got to keep the part. Oh, and Freddy versus Jason.
Yes, I kicked his butt.
Paramount. Oh, stop it. You and Freddy are silly.
It's not me. It's Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger.
You want me to read this?
Freddy rules, Jason drools.
Paramount first approached New Line about doing Freddy vs. Jason back in 1987.
Wow.
New Line spent $6.8 million to develop 18 different scripts by more than a dozen screenwriters over 10 years. We know Scream came out and stuff, done by Wes Craven, which we're going to do a segment on that one day.
Dun dun dun.
We have to do a segment on that.
At another date.
The unused scripts included concepts like Fred Heads, Jason becoming O.J. Simpson, and Freddy having molested Jason at a Crystal Lake camp.
That sounds gross.
Yeah. The project almost died for good when Michael DeLuca was fired as New Line's head of production.
Wow.
Shannon Swift's original 130-page script translated to a 2-hour and 28-minute running time and $60 million budget.
I remember when they had a weigh-in like they did for boxers.
As a little girl, Monica Keena's fear of Freddy Krueger resulted in her high school teacher thinking she was being abused at home.
Oh no.
Brad Renfro was originally cast as Will, but showed up to set strung out. They had to recast a week prior to shooting, which actually went to John Ritter, or is it John Ritter?
Yeah, his kid.
His kid got it, which was a great choice. Or this guy could have got it.
Who's that?
Ian from Vampire Diaries. He could have been Will.
No, thank you. I like who they got.
Casting feature Vampire Diaries hung Ian Somerhalder as Will because he was too pretty, they said. Look, it's not 100% clear who made the decision to replace Kane Hodder as Jason. Which, you should have kept him.
Yeah, Kane is a great guy.
Met him too. Very clearly on, they talked about doing a Clue ending. It proposed and alternate endings included cameos from Pinhead, from Hellraiser to CGI Satan, and potentially Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman? What?
New Line's advertising budget for Freddy vs. Jason surpassed the marketing campaigns for all 10 prior Friday 13 films combined.
Ooh.
So that's pretty much all of them except for the remake portion. So, would you like to say a little more about Nightmare on Elm Street?
It is the best movie franchise there ever is. Forget all the others. Just watch me. I'm the best. Why settle for the rest? Ha 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 ha. Seeing your dreams. But I prefer nightmares. Slice 'em, dice 'em, any way you like 'em.
Freddy, we are not done yet.
What did you say to me?
I said we're not done yet.
Oh, who are you, the boss?
I am Mrs. Cool to you, Freddy.
Cool.
Cooler than you.
Ain't get no better than me.
Wanna bet?
Oh yeah, how many movies you been in?
None, but I'm still cooler than you because I'm nicer.
I am not nice.
That's
I'm
why
hilarious.
That's why you don't have any friends.
Friends. That overrated TV show.
I was not referring to the TV show, but okay.
Now that's horrifying to see.
You're the horrifying one. I can't believe all that stuff you did and said and the way you acted.
What? I give the people what they want.
Yeah, and you're mean.
I'm the king of mean. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. What do you know?
What do I know? Well, I'm actually way nicer than you.
Ooh, I'm so scared. Ooh, you got me shaking.
Well, you should be.
Yeah, I see you took your glasses off. You don't have your powers.
Oh, wanna bet? They're back on.
Oh no.
What do you got to say about that?
Hi, nice to meet you.
It's not nice to meet you, though.
Tell me, she didn't just say that.
Yes, I did. What you gonna do about it?
How do you deal with her? Deal with her? I do just fine. What's wrong, buddy? I just want to terrify kids and make them pee their pants and whatnot.
Well, Freddy, I'm not a kid, and you leave those kids alone.
Hey, this ain't no Pink Floyd song.
Boy, get out of here, and don't come and visit me in my dreams.
You didn't say nothing about no nightmares.
And you stay out of my nightmares, too.
Wow, what fun are you?
Well, I'm fun because I am not a person like you. I'm going to have peaceful dreams, and I'm going to live a great life without you in it.
I agree with her, Freddy. Why? I thought we made a great team. Well, you haven't been very nice lately. What's all this nice business? I just don't get it. You probably never will.
You're hopeless, Freddy.
Gotta love me.
That's hilarious.
Hey, It worked for that baby dinosaur.
What baby dinosaur?
You never seen dinosaurs?
How do I know you just ain't making up crap again?
It was a TV show back in the 90s.
Oh, not the mama?
Yeah.
Well, at least they were nice people. Or nice creatures, dinosaurs, whatever you want to say.
But I'm cuter.
No, the heck you ain't.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I said no, darn it.
Honey, calm down. You're letting him stress you out.
He is stressing. But I'm not stressed. This whole darn thing is funny because Freddie thinks he's cute, like, not.
Did you know that in between his movies, he had a TV show as well?
Why don't you tell us about it, hon?
It was called Nightmare on Elm Street, the TV series. But it was kind of like watching Tales from the Crypt. He was like he would talk about the stories, but he wasn't in them. And there was guest stars on it, but terrible things would happen to him.
Oh, wow. Like what? Why don't you explain it?
If you can find it, I suggest watching it. It was a good series.
We'll have to check it out one day.
And there was also a Friday the 13th, the TV series as well. But they didn't have like a Jason speaking.
Oh, wow.
Well, Jason didn't know how to talk anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Tell us more. My Freddie,
Well,
you shrunk.
I just pop up.
Well, you gotten really short. You were just bigger than that moments ago.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
I'm back. Hey, I didn't use any weapons
Maybe I'll
on
knock
you.
some sense into that noggin of yours.
Cents?
Yeah.
Why would I want cents? I prefer dollars.
Have you heard of common sense, Freddie? What are you going to do with them dollars?
That common sense. That's for commoners. I ain't no commoner.
Well, you're going to become one soon enough. Freddie, you will never learn, will you?
Nope.
Well, get to learning, fool.
Show you who's a fool. Ow, ow, ow.
Talk to me like that again.
You sure put him in his place, son.
Heck yeah, I did.
Wow, you put a big butt whooping on him.
That's right.
Man, you're rougher than, Heather Langenkamp.
Now, me and her is going to be teammates. We're going to double whoop that butt.
Well, I feel sorry for Freddie.
You should.
Not really, but sorry, but not sorry.
Okay, no, you shouldn't feel sorry for him.
Yes, you should.
No, because you're evil.
You're evil.
You're evil.
I'm just delightful.
Whatever.
Who is this whatever? That's all I ever hear these days. Whatever.
You're a trip.
Yes, he is.
He is a trip.
Do you have any final thoughts on the Nightmare on Elm Street series of movies?
What did you think about the remake? I know a lot of people did not like it.
Did you?
alright. I like the original better. The original franchise is what I mean. You kind of looked at me like, what?
Yeah, I do agree. Robert Englund personified Freddy Krueger. Because Freddy Krueger didn't make Robert Englund. Robert Englund made Freddy Krueger.
Oh, yeah, and that laugh, that recognizable laugh that we all know. I remember when he was doing that in the photo ops when we went to that convention.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something to hear. It was kind of unreal.
Oh, yeah. It was very nice to hear that in person, especially when you've only heard it in movies, though. So you know he perfected that laugh.
Yeah. And did you know Robert made all the little mannerisms that Freddy does?
Oh, yeah, he is really good at his craft and what he does.
Because without Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger just would never be the same.
No. But I just pictured how different all the movies could have looked. But I think I love the way they turned out. I love Wes Craven's vision, and you know, he was a very good director. God rest his soul. It's very sad that he's not here, and to see, you know, even more work and the stuff that they're doing with, you know, even Scream, and I just think but definitely we're gonna get to those too, because if you talk about one Wes Craven thing, you gotta talk about the other. Wouldn't it have been kind of cool if they could have did like a Freddy Krueger and Scream crossover maybe somehow?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But, hon, there's something you know about Wes Craven. But
Yeah.
do you want to let the public know?
Well, when I was doing some family research one day, I found out we are very distant cousins. I was like, yes. Like how
Awesome.
that was like very honored, you know. But at least I got to talk to some of the people that work with him, and they just said he was just like the sweetest guy. Those jump rope girls called him Uncle Wes.
Uncle Wes, yep.
I was like, it sounds like I can picture him being a very nice guy. And you know, and I heard nothing but good things about him. We were actually just in his hometown?
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland, Ohio. Which Cleveland is a beautiful, beautiful city.
And yes, Cleveland does rock.
Oh yeah. No doubt about it. But yeah, so it's kind of nice to have met some of the people that actually worked with him. And oh yeah, and we've even met his other people from his other stuff he did.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, those could all be for another time on that one. But definitely we've met Robert Russler, Robert Englund. Definitely,
Lisa Zane.
I definitely want to meet Heather Langenkamp. We met Lisa Zane, which she ironically appeared on one of my favorite 80s TV show, LA Law. I did not know that till like a month ago. I thought there was somebody else. I feel like there's somebody else. I don't know. It'll come to us later, but I think that is pretty much it. And I think we're going to be doing another one tomorrow.
Yes. Until next time, this has been Mikey and
Amy, and it has been a pleasure. You want to say bye, Freddie?
Alright, hey, let's do a song.
What?
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, Freddy's back again.
I'll get out of here, Fred. But signing off.
Until next time,
Love you
this has
guys.
been Mike and Amy's Pop Culture Corner.